All right, hi everyone. So this is going to be my assessment tool tutorial on how to create a Google form assessment. So I have here my Google form opened. You can go to docs.google.com/forms. You can create a blank document, or there are a few templates that you can choose from. I decided to start from scratch and create my own because I wanted to create my own questions and the order and so on. So when you open a blank form, none of this is going to be here. You're going to have everything is blank. So this is the title. I named it Zumba. And this part is a little description box or instructions for what the students or whoever you're implementing the assessment for is going to have to do. Then you have each question. So you can put as many or as little questions as you want. You can change the question type. This one is just to get an idea of who is filling out the form or who is taking the assessment, so I could give students participation credit. So I had students answer in short answer form, their first and their last name. You can also have them do it in paragraph form. There's an option for multiple choice questions, check boxes if there's more than one correct answer, a drop down menu, a file upload if you want to put a video or a break in between questions for students to do something else, linear scale, checkbox grid, date, time, and multiple choice grid as well. To make it very easy to create questions that are of the same format, each question has an option at the bottom for you to duplicate it. So for my assessment, I had students put dance moves in sequential order. So for every question, I put the same 7 options for students to pick from for what went first, second, all the way through the 13th sequence. So I did include in the questions here to use this song to go over it or use it on another device to help them answer the questions, because I do believe that going through the moves in their head will help them answer it once they see it written out. So using that duplicate made it very easy to do this. I just had to change the numbers of the questions all the way through to 13. It was very simple, very easy. And then you can also delete the question if you did make a mistake. Since this was a quiz and I did want to score the answers, I created an answer key for each of these questions. So you can see that this question, this is the correct answer, and you have to put a point value on each question. So I made it easy. Each question was worth 1 point each. You could score a total of 13 out of 13 points. And you could obviously change that depending on what you're assessing or what type of score you want to come out of the assessment. It even gives you an option for answer feedback. If a student picks a wrong answer that's close to the right answer, you can give them a feedback, a short version of what might make them get the question right the next time they take the assessment. So once the student completes this, they click submit. You, as the creator of the form, can go into responses here in this tab. And this first tab gives you a summary of all the students who have answered the questions in the form. So this right here is the distribution of points. A total of 21 students, only 21 respondents answered this form at this point. So you can see that the most scored was 9. There were 4 students that scored a 9 out of 13, which is clearly meeting the objective of meeting 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 13 out of 13 points. It also shows you the frequently missed questions. Maybe if you want to go back and reevaluate the wording of a question or what you put as an answer or whatever it may be when creating the form. This is a way to see how many students got it correct and how many are missing out of the total that did answer the question. It also shows you who answered it, and then you can go through each question and you see the green bar is the correct answer. So most students did get it right at the beginning. As you can see, majority got the correct answers. Once we got later into the assessment, some students might have gotten confused because some answers are similar to others. This hand wave is by 4 and this hand wave is by 2 with other movements included. So if they see this first, they might have picked that first, which is why students should go review their answers before they click submit. And then so on and so forth for the rest of the questions. You can go see each question individually and who answered what they answered. And you can also see an individual's responses in the form for it. When you click view in sheets, you can actually see it go into an Excel document, but I am going to be showing that in the Google slide deck presentation. But Google Forms is a great assessment tool because obviously you can make it a quiz. You can give students the score immediately or later after giving feedback. And you'd have to collect email addresses to do this because the students will get an email telling them or notifying them of their grade. So students were able to see automatically right after they submit it which ones they got wrong, which ones they got right, the point values for each question. You can set this default question point value. I did not do this because I didn't want to give a point for their first and last name, but if you want every single question that's answered to be the same amount of points, you can set that here. And more information or details about how responses are recorded, presentation is shown, and the defaults in the questions in the form.